it's Friday afternoon. Let's end on some good news. Right, I have some good news. And that is that the invading foreign grey squirrels are actually being beaten back, and there is a resurgence of the native red squirrel.
Hey.
What's more is the way this is happening is very interesting, because it's about the intentions of the institutions, right? You can see the people on one side are pro-red squirrel and anti-grey squirrel, and it has tangible results. But before we go on, of course, get your copy of Islander. The ones that have already been ordered have been shipped. There'll be another batch that are printed and shipped shortly in the near future, and it will be going off sale soon, so do go and get it. So let's talk about the grey squirrel, right? So I had to do a bit of research for this, obviously. I didn't know a lot about grey squirrels, but grey squirrels aren't on the continent. Right? Europe is all red squirrels. Grey squirrels in the UK, however, were brought here by the Victorians from North America in the 19th century. The species spread rapidly and is now common across the UK, according to the Woodland Trust, with the exception of North and Western Scotland and some islands. There's an estimated 2.7 million grey squirrels in the UK.
Wow.
So probably more grey squirrels than Welshmen.
Yeah, not far off.
Not even joking, yeah. And so you think, okay, well then, big deal. It's a squirrel. I mean, it's pretty cute, right? It's adorable. It's also diseased.
Yeah.
Right. So they carry something called squirrel pox. Now, I hadn't heard of this. Squirrel pox is a threat to the red squirrel because the grey squirrels carry it asymptomatically. But it does affect the red squirrels, as you can see there. It's red squirrel pox. So the grey squirrels, they're like koalas with chlamydia.
Yeah.
They all carry it, but they're all asymptomatic, whereas the red squirrels, of course, are completely affected.
Being a reliable chap, the red squirrel.
Yeah. And so the red squirrel population is being decimated to it, but the grey squirrels, of course, are not affected by it at all, which is not good. And
This
so
whole situation seems somewhat familiar to me, but I can't.
yeah, it's
Can't put my finger on where it is.
weirdly analogous to other things that are happening. And as they point out, it only takes one grey squirrel to introduce this virus into the population of red squirrels, and then boom, it devastates them. And so this is the sort of map of the red squirrel over time. You can see in 1945, the grey squirrel was already making inroads here, but by now, it's atrocious. It's a
Wow.
proper demographic replacement of the red squirrel by the grey. And it's happening in Ireland too, as you can see.
I heard that's a conspiracy theory. The grey squirrels have always been here.
Yeah, this is an anti-Semitic conspiracy theory.
We have always been a nation of mixed squirrels.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, even though we know exactly when they came in. And so this is not good. But some good news is that the red squirrels have decided to band together into legions and decide simply, no, I'm joking, it's not legionary. No, what's actually happening is the institutions, the wildlife trusts of Scotland and Northern Ireland, are like, you know what, we need to do something about the grey squirrels. And so I'm just going to give you some quotes from this GB News article, which is just some good news, right? So, a project has announced a significant decline in grey squirrels, which they believe will be completely eradicated from Aberdeen in the near future. Right, so this is interesting. Complete eradication of greys. That's a bit racist, isn't it?
Pretty
Well, yeah.
strong language.
Yeah, it's very strong language from the Scottish Wildlife Trust. like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. And
Okay.
didn't grey
We will
squirrels
push
build
back
Britain?
the
Yeah,
straight,
exactly.
They did, you know?
push back
Put
the
them on a
grey
coin, I
squirrel
thought,
scourge.
Because the red squirrels have been struggling to establish themselves around Aberdeen because of the grey squirrels had a stronghold there. But they've been under siege, thankfully, because Saving Scotland's Red Squirrels, which is led by the Scottish Wildlife Trust, has trapped over 10,000 greys since 2009. They're deporting them. They're trapping and deporting the grey squirrels.
To Rwanda?
Not to Rwanda.
I actually don't know where they're going.
It'd be
Who
interesting.
cares where they're going?
Yeah,
Who
got- well,
cares? Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Haven't they got our good human rights over there, or squirrel rights?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Where are the lefty lawyers on this?
Yeah.
Eh? But no. So we, you'll notice that many countries around the world are doing deportations. We are one of them, but only for grey squirrels.
Yeah.
Right. But on the plus side, 10,000 have gone, and so they've only seen 12 grey squirrel instances of grey squirrels in Aberdeen since this program began. So deportations work.
Yeah.
Right? Deportations work. The red squirrel is coming back. The grey squirrel is being sent back to North America.
And the red squirrel is naturally coming back.
Yes, the red squirrels are naturally coming
you,
back.
You get rid of it. There's a void, and they will come in to fill that void.
Yes. And they say, in Aberdeen, we've seen over the last 4 years there's a consistent and significant decline in the number of grey squirrels trapped. So that when the institution is acting on behalf of the native population, you actually get a flourishing of the native population. When it's against them, as we see in other aspects of life, the native population declines. It's like these things matter, right?
absolutely.
And that's what the Scottish Wildlife Trust is showing us. It would just be nice to have an institution on our side for once, rather than constantly against us. And so they think there are just 3 great grey squirrels left in Aberdeen. So this has been a real campaign of ethnic cleansing against the greys. But this is also happening in Ulster too. So this is ulsterwildlife.org, and as they say, recent data has showed that the grey squirrel range is contracting and the red squirrel range is increasing. They, as far as I'm aware, haven't been deporting them. They believe it's something to do with the recolonization of the pine marten. I have no idea what this is, but I like the language. Right, it's vital to avoid complacency. As long as the invasive American grey squirrel remains, there will always be a threat to red squirrels in Ireland. I'm hearing this. Hearing this. As long as there's just one left on the land, there's a threat to them all.
Still a threat.
The blood of squirrels alone turns the wheels of history. Says Ulster Wildlife.
See, we could never be done for racism again if we say it's grey
Everything.
squirrels.
Yeah.
We're just against the grey squirrels, just like Ulster Wildlife, just like the Scottish Wildlife Trust. We just agree with them on the squirrel question. Okay?
Yeah.
And so this has been hilarious online when the news broke. This is just GB News posting about it, and I just thought we'd just look at some of the replies.
Yeah.
You can imagine. You can imagine from Mark there, beware of him that is slow to anger, for when it's long coming, and the stronger it comes, the longer kept. Abused patience turns fury. Yes, there's something. People are feeling this.
Loving it.
We need to understand their plight. Remigration. They are actually remigrating the grey squirrels.
Yes.
Are the red squirrels racist for not wanting to be replaced? Are they celebrating the diversity? Well, that's a great question. I'm surprised Labour haven't come out against the red squirrels at this point.
Well, they will after this. I bet
they
there'll be
will after
somebody
this. Yeah.
Grey squirrels.
I suppose if they're repatriating them to Canada, they'll have to be
Oh, no.
French-speaking as well, won't they?
I guess they will, yeah.
There's a traitorous and
Oh,
subversive
Oh,
red squirrel there.
Let's see how people... I'm going to just... 94% there. That's good.
We've got 5.1 that need to go with the greys.
Yeah, that's 5 point. Literally, the grey squirrels voting. So deport the greys now. We're going to win. There's, a lot of.
Oh, I like him.
Yeah.
It's lovely.
Yeah, I mean, I was enjoying this too.
Look at that.
It's only a matter of time until the Reds decided that they needed to organise
Oh, brilliant.
into their legions, face down the Greys. I love these are all done by Grok AI, by the way, like that. These amazing little pictures,
Yeah.
and they've actually got the right number of fingers, which is weird. I'm not used to that on an AI.
A squirrel's got 5 fingers.
Well, no, but a human. I mean,
If
they
they
might, I don't know.
wanted to use a spear, they'd need 5 fingers.
I actually don't know how many fingers squirrels have got. But yeah, and like I said, the Scottish Wildlife Trust has said no mercy to the greys, which is a policy I agree with. So anyway, I just thought we'd end on just some good news there. The red squirrels are making a comeback because the greys are just being
They've got
deported.
4 fingers, and it's very cute when you find a picture of them holding them out.
Oh, do they?
I'll send it to Samson.
That is
get it up
adorable.
on screen.
Okay, so well done, AI. You got the wrong number of fingers. Yeah, again.
No, it's fine.
Which
It's
was the
fine.
right
They
thing to do.
need it. If a squirrel was to go into battle, as they are,
Yes.
they would need that many fingers.
Yeah.
So yeah, not exactly hard-hitting news, but I thought just a feel-good story to round off a Friday.
And it shows the importance of, looking after the indigenous to an area, doesn't it?
It
You know,
does.
I've got some extra meanings coming out. I don't know why it rings a bell.
There you go.
Oh, look at
See?
that.
What a lovely little fella.
Adorable.
Oh wait, no,
He's actually shouting freedom.
Yeah.
yeah. He's reaching out to Excalibur to claim his birthright and take back his lands from the foreign hordes.
Have you ever seen a red squirrel?
Oh yeah.
I've not seen.
never
in
seen
real
one.
life.
Well, I
You
used to-
told this story
Yeah, I
yesterday.
told the story
Go
yesterday, right? I messaged my mum to find the photo, and she messaged me today saying she can't find the photo. So I used to live in Germany, and all of the squirrels on the continent are red squirrels, right? And when I was about 13, 14, me and a friend of mine were walking through these woods, and these 4 baby squirrels came out of the woods, just out of nowhere, and we were just, oh my god, what's going on? And we just had a look around, and we could see this big dead squirrel in the back, so we assumed that's like mum or something, right? And so we find these 4 baby squirrels. And so I'm like, okay, well, we'll just pick them up and take them home. right? We only got 2 of them. I forgot this part when I was telling it. We only got 2 of them because this couple came along with their dog and chased 2 of them back into the woods. But me and a friend of mine were carrying these squirrels around, and so we took them back. So I took mine home, he took his home. And his parents wouldn't let him keep his. And so he brought it to mine. But the thing is, my parents were soft touches.
Right.
And they did let me keep mine. And so we had them in just a fairly big hamster cage until one of them choked to death on a sesame seed. And it was honestly one of the most harrowing things in the world. So I've got this thing, it's choking. There's nothing I can do to get the seed dislodged from its throat. And it just dies in my hand. I'm like bawling with tears.
Oh,
13.
no.
Buried it in the back garden. But the other one was fine. And it was
Just
really
lonely.
Well, no. It was really affectionate, right? So, you'd come in from school, and it had free run of the hallway and the stairs and the top of the hallway. So you'd hear this bump, 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 bump as it ran down the stairs. So you go in to hang up your coat, and it'd run up, and it'd run around your waist. And no one's going to believe this story, but I swear to God it's true. I'll find the photo. I'll put it on Twitter or something, right? And my mum had a big wax jacket, so it was hanging up in the hallway. And every morning you'd go in, you'd pull the wax jacket, and it'd be curled up inside the pocket. Oh, it was absolutely adorable. The thing is, it would close, stop it, because you're waking me up. But the thing is, it got quite big, and obviously the hallway's not big enough for it. So we put it out in the shed and cut a hole in the door so it could run out. And the first night it did that, we had a pebble dash house. It managed to climb up onto the roof, so my dad had to go into the attic and get it back in. The next night it was fine, and after a week or two it had just gone off. And I'm pretty sure I saw it wandering around, because at one point, a month later, I was wandering through just a different patch of forest, and this squirrel came near me, and I was like, oh, that must be him. But he didn't come over.
Yeah.
But, we called him Cutie because he was adorable.
That's a lovely story.
But no one's going to believe this story. I appreciate no one believes this story. But I swear to God it's real. I will find the photo of me feeding a squirrel a nut on my stairs. And he was adorable. Yeah, you used to play a game with him. You'd hold the nut in your hand and he'd peel your fingers back.
Yeah.
Absolutely adorable. He's really, really cute. He's a very affectionate animal. Red squirrels are great. Grey squirrels, evil. The Scottish Wildlife Trust needs to get rid of them. And like I said, I promise that's true.
Hope you appreciated that segment from the podcast of the Lotus Eaters, and if you want to see what else we're putting out, you can follow Dan's series, Brokenomics. Here he's playing poker for some reason. If you want to follow all the other things we're putting out, you can follow us on Twitter. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.